you're not supposed to raise your kids in a non-bacteria environment, right? You're supposed to actually let them get sick now and again. This ludicrous notion, oh my God, Jesus, bacteria, don't let the kids into the kitchen. There's bacteria in the kitchen. Like we haven't evolved with bacteria, right? Nonsense of the highest order. You gotta let them get sick now and again. This, by the way, now sounds like the weirdest safety ad or public safety ad in the world. Like you'd ever do that. Like you'd ever finish a show like this and then I'd come back on the screen and go, well, we've all had a laugh tonight, haven't we? But an important point has to be made. Is there bacteria in your house? Pick up your kid and rub his face in it. They're supposed to get sick. Kids are supposed to get sick. It's just one of these things that in this country you do a lot of. You get people scared about bacteria. Going, oh, Jesus, don't let the kids with the bacteria. And don't let them out the front door because there are murderers out there. Well, where does the kid stay? In the hall. That's where the kid stays for the entire time. When can I leave the hall? When you're 18. Then you can do whatever you want, right? But until then, okay, you can go to the shops, but make sure nobody follows you. Shouldn't have let him do that. I know, I'll follow him. So, it makes literally no sense whatsoever. That's why there's so much, I mean, you are quite tough. How many people here are in their teens? Vast majority. You get a really hard, you just get appalling coverage in this country. You'd think you were feral the way the papers went on about young people. Genuine, you'd think that every young person in Britain just walks with a hoodie up and a kind of like a knife and a phone, taping it, just walking around. Like some sort of Asbo Dalek of some description, just lashing out and taping at the same time. Ha ha, this'll go on YouTube. Ridiculous. Oh, and by the way, psychics, I love psychics. Have you seen Watchdog? Do you know Watchdog? Yeah. Of course you do. Thank heavens for that, because the comedian feeds off the energy of his audience, and right there, I slipped into a coma. So, Watchdog, I'm not sure why you'd whoop that particular sentiment. That seems an unusual thing to want in a performer. Come on, go to the coma again. That's exciting theatre. Anyway. Energy. Okay, if you want, I'll do more jumping around. It seems an unusual request. Okay, I'll do it more. Sorry. Oh, sorry, that was you giving me energy. Thank you very much. I'm charged. See the way it works? All you need is somebody at the back of the room to go, energy, and then the bulbs will kick off in a huge way. It's mad. You know, you're right. It is just magic. That does all this. And maybe there is oil in Reading. Why can't we just dream? Anyway, that'd be great if you went home after the gig. So would it be great if you went home, like, and you're in the bathroom and suddenly just goes up out of the toilet and you go, Mary, this couldn't be. That'd be too lucky, wouldn't it? Just sort of shooting up out of the thing. Anyway, sorry. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I was talking about the whole, science stuff. What was I? Oh, psychics. That was it, right? There was a thing on. I'm sorry, I got thrown by a woman shouting, energy, as if we were in the middle of a 1970s glam disco review. Yeah! Sorry. Fusion, excitement, energy, power. So, any other random buzzwords you'd like me to give a physical expression to us on stage? Stealth. That was fairly shit, though, wasn't it? I mean, let's say that was a pretty poor expression of stealth, wasn't it? You'd be a really bad ninja if all you did was just like that. Go by me. What did you say? Sexy, please, with every move. Yeah. This has taken a weird turn, hasn't it? The gig was going as it normally goes, nice and a bit fucking possibly a bit preachy about the whole medical thing, and all of a sudden now it's just people key out buzzwords and I do mime. This sudden weird direction I've taken in my career. Well, when did you change, Dara? When did you stop being a stand-up and to get trapped into a glass box? Well, it was the middle of a gig, actually. Oh, I'm sorry, I'd love to talk longer, but there's a giant gale coming and I've got to walk against it. Sorry, that's just weird. Anyway, That was a crap stealth. Good stealth if I did the rest of the gig over here. That'd be very good. That'd be quality stealth. See, that's fucking great stealth. You know I'm here, but you've no idea. For all you know, I'm going to walk... Oh, hang on, no, round the back. Yeah, yeah, right, okay. And then we're behind the big board, and we're behind the big board. No, I haven't gone anywhere. Jesus, this is going to be weird. People at home are going, what the fuck is going on here, right? That's the problem with the had to be there moments. You really did have to be there some of the times, really. I think we've had our one, the woman shouting out energy. Anyway, so... Psychics. How did you know I was going to say that? I love the idea of these things that you'd have in your phone, that you could control all the things in your house. In fact, I had this weird little idea that over the course of this tour that I would be doing, that I would take out the phone and I would show audiences as a demonstration of the technology. I would go, look, you can turn the lights on and off in your house just by doing this. Not that that'll give any entertainment value to any audience in the world, but just for me, over the course of like a 2-year tour, when I'm away from home a lot, just to know that there's a point every evening where my wife is minding her own business, sitting in the house, when all of the lights go on and off all over the house. Obviously, to compare this game, the same app, you can put anything electric, anything motorized. You could put the curtains in your bedroom onto the same app. As I found out last summer when I was lying in bed, sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, dream sleep. Oh, it's a huge dream. About, had to buy a unicorn. Because when you have to get a unicorn every so often, and you got to go down to the unicorn shop to get a new unicorn because your old unicorn, anyway. So I went down to the local unicorn shop, which is run by my old English teacher from school. I go, what are you doing here? Selling unicorns. And he was like in Hammersmith, but like not Hammersmith. And so I'm there going to the unicorn, and then we're talking about the whole thing, and then they got very bright at the unicorn shop, and they're going, Jesus, the unicorns seem very uncomfortable with how bright it is, and they're blinking a lot. So, it's like, there's nothing more horrible than seeing a unicorn blink, and they're banging the horns off each other, and they generally seem very uncomfortable. I said to your man, geez, you keep this unicorn shop very bright. And he looks at me and goes, I don't, you big idiot. This is happening outside the dream. Wake up, wake up. And I woke up, and the room was flooded with light, because my wife on the train to work at 7:15 a.m. had taken out her phone and gone, time he got up. Bang. All right. So, this shit is escalating. I have now put heating and air conditioning onto the same app, so I can randomly plunge individual rooms into cold and dark, and then use Spotify to play children singing nursery rhymes from the basement. I did this once. And I came off stage and I had a phone call from my wife going, you seem to have forgotten that I was actually on call tonight, so I've actually been called into work. But I just had a text from the babysitter and she's shitting herself. I recently got one of those virtual reality sets into the house, with a mask and the whole... How many of you have done this yet? 1, 2, 7. It's amazing. It's genuinely stunning to me how few people have had a go on this, like whatever. It's genuinely stunning. You put the mask on your head, it's got 2 screens, independent screens, so therefore everywhere you move, it's like perfectly realistic. You put the headphones in, it's like completely immersive. You're in a 360 degree, in all direction, totally artificial world. It's genuinely stunning. I think it's going to change gaming. I think it's going to change movies. It is going to revolutionize burglary. It's just... You break into a house and somebody has that on their face, Jesus, relax, chill out, you've got an hour. They're not going to know you're there. There's no rush, you can choose what you want. I like that, but that'll work well in the hall. It's a different game, right? And the weird thing is, as you saw there, not everyone's having a go at this. This is a genuinely transformative entertainment technology, and not everyone is using VR, right? And one of the quiet reasons that no one's talking about it, the reason that people aren't using VR is because nobody's using it to watch porn. It seems like a weird thing to do, but in the kind of history of nerdy kind of things, porn is surprisingly important for getting new technology accepted. Porn is the reason why Blu-ray beat the other kind of special DVD in their race a few years ago. Porn is the reason that sometimes video streaming software beat other kinds of video streaming software. The stuff that gets used for porn has a place immediately in the market, right? And nobody is using VR for porn, right? And I'm not naive, right? I know that men are visual creatures, but I can kind of see You know, no man, while actually making love, has ever there been going, oh my God, this is incredible. Oh my God, honey, this is amazing. Oh, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Let me just have a quick look around the flat. Oh, that's fantastic, Jim. Oh, that's amazing. Jesus, huge. Anyway, at the end of the day, all you get is one other card, one other piece of identification, which frankly, we have enough of at this stage. We have enough ridiculous kind of bits of plastic or passports. We don't need another identity card. I think we have enough of these pieces of paper. And obviously now chip and pin has come in, which is another ridiculous thing that we've had, like whatever. My friend here, Simon, how many credit cards do you have, or debit cards, or that kind of stuff?
Got 2.
2 at this age. Do you have different pin numbers for each?
Yes.
Yeah, you do. How do you remember them? Do you not have a system? Did you pick them specially? Did you just take the...
Just remember them.
You just remember them. Okay, great. So you haven't chosen them particularly to, you know... I know we are kind of 2 questions away from identity theft at this stage. Sorry. What's your mother's maiden name? I think it's ridiculous that they all get narrowed. There was no identity theft until our identity became 4 digits. I mean, there was no identity theft when you had to sign for stuff. Because that's difficult to do. Faking somebody's signature isn't an easy thing to do. We've all tried to do it. Like, Dara won't be in school today, Dara's mammy. It didn't work out, right? We learned early that. But 4 digits is a doddle. It doesn't matter what system you have. Oh, I've got an incredible system. I have my year of birth, and I have my wife's year of birth. I subtract my children's year of birth, and I divide by Chico's career in weeks. I don't know. Whatever you have, right? You have a whole special thing worked out. You go, no one will ever guess. Oh, good for you. But unfortunately, you're 4'8". I look over your shoulder in boots. Right? Ridiculously straightforward. And we've enough of the damn thing. The passport alone, for God's sake, should have all the information without getting another bloody thing. And even as it is, like, I flew recently from Stansted up to Prestwick, right? And we were at the Ryanair flight from London to Glasgow, went to the counter, said, I'd like to fly. And your man says, do you have your passport? And I said, no, of course I don't have my passport. I'm flying internally. Unless there's been a massive political upheaval in the last 27 minutes. I'm not expecting to arrive in Glasgow and have a man in a trench coat walk down the middle of the plane going, Wo ist deine Papieren? Haben Sie deine Papieren? Gib mir deine Fahrkarten. Gib mir deine Fahrkarten. Schnell, mit der Fahrkarten. Ja, ja. Ja, das ist sehr gut, deine Fahrkarten. Sehr gut, ja. Good luck. Thank you very much. Oh! Not expecting that to happen. But I said to your man, I don't have my passport. And your man said, well, I'm going to need some form of photo identification. And I had to fish through my wallet. And I found like an old work ID, and I handed it to your man and said, there you go. And he goes, I'm afraid this is out of date. And I went, well, I'm still him. And your man went, touche? Yeah, good point. Yeah. I can't argue with that. Go on and play. Okay. And I know it's because there's a greater sensitivity at the moment, and I know it's because there's a war, and I know because bombs going off in London and all that. And I'll say this, as someone who's been living in the city for about 3 or 4 years, I was here last summer when the bombs went off. Well done. It was spectacular how it was handled in the city. It was very, very impressive, right? I heard lots of stuff over the years about London spirit and all that, but when it really happened, it was amazing to watch, right? And I do tell people that the way, when the bombs went off on the 7th of July, the city reacted in a phenomenally London way. The entire place went, oh my God, there's a bomb on the Piccadilly line. Well, I can get the Victoria line.